If you are watching this, my name is David Riggs. I'm the founder of Numa Media, and today we are going to do a website teardown on the company you see in front of us on the website. I believe it's pronounced Xendit. I am not entirely sure. I couldn't find like a true enunciation of it online, so we're going to call it Xendit and go from there. So really the goal of these, if you've watched them before, if you haven't, we're really just going to tear down the website, and we're going to call out the high-level points that I would probably change, what they're doing well, what they're not doing well. And we're going to have fun while we're doing it. So that being said, the first thing I'm going to talk about here is the homepage. And there's a couple things that actually I want to compliment Xendit on doing because I think it's done quite well. First off, this little stacked nav bar is always a hard thing to pull off. Sometimes it's terrible and companies use it incorrectly. Sometimes it's great and companies use it really, really well. This is an example of using it well. And here's why. One, it's a different color, so it's really standing out. To be truthful, I would probably, how they fade it to orange over here, I would bring that orange fade farther to the left to really make this banner stand out. It says create an account in less than 5 minutes, sign up now, and then they also have a sign up button here and a sign up button here. Probably a tad overkill, but I don't think it's a terrible thing. Obviously, Xendit's going to have more data on the backside because it's their website, so probably some science there, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. So I really think this top nav bar is stacked well, and I actually wanted to compliment them as well on the copy here. I don't see this done very well, but accept and send payments easily. Xendit is a leading payment gateway for Indonesia, the Philippines, and Southeast Asia, on and on and on and on and on. But this tells me the exact benefit of what they're doing. This tells me the exact process or where they're focused, or gets a little bit more detailed, and then it gives me 2 calls to action. They don't overcomplicate it. They make it very, very easy, which goes back into their tool, send payments easily. They're going to tell you exactly what they do in a simple, easy fashion. So I think that's pretty unique as well. I don't see that done well on too many sites. One thing, though, that I want to call out is I'm going through this entire homepage. I don't see a single product photo. And obviously they have products up top and they have payments, checkout, all this other stuff. That might be why, because they have a lot of different things, but I'd still love to see snapshots of their product, and I can't actually get this to close. We'll just click the home button again. So that's kind of a weird bug. There it goes. But this photo here, great opportunity to showcase the product. The rest of the site, simple integration, speed, service, all of these should have some type of visual attached with them. Accept payments and send money, all of these should have visuals attached with them. It looks like it's clicking to their actual product page, which is fine, but I'd still put some more visuals other than just icons here. Yeah, I think that's a big miss for them, so that's one thing I would definitely call it, is bringing in some of the product. If you are or aren't product-led growth, I mean, people are buying the product, they're not buying this guy behind the laptop, and they're not buying because of these icons, they're going to buy because of what is technically hidden on these pages. I would just make sure that's out for all to see on the main page of the site. And it looks like these pages have very similar setups. And even then, this type of stuff is fantastic. This is a section that they should likely have. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is something that they should have on their homepage in a smaller format that covers all of their products at once, because obviously it is the homepage. It's more of an executive summary. You're not going to be able to dive deep into each one of these on the homepage, but what they had on that, this product page here, I'm not sure why this keeps popping up. We'll click into payments. These little mock-ups and things like this were fantastic. This is exactly what should be on the homepage. So that being said, talks a little bit about the homepage there, some of the other things. A couple of things I wanted to call out, though, that I think they do not quite well, is they have way too much social proof and the wrong kind of social proof. So as I scroll down here, they have all of these. First off, I have no idea what these are. Are they partners? And I think I have an idea. They're probably customers, but I would put some type of little line up here that says clearly they're customers. For other industries, you might not need that. For something like this, to where it is payments, maybe UNICEF is using it as a customer. Maybe they were press and they featured Xendit. Maybe they were an investor because UNICEF is a global brand. So doesn't quite hit the nail on the head for me. So I would put, see who else is sending payments easily across borders or something of that. Maybe that fits what they're going after. Awards. It looks like they have a Forbes 30 Under 30, an Upstart 100, a Seamless Awards 2017. These are typically founder-led awards. So Forbes 30 Under 30 is typically given to a founder, not a company. I wouldn't have these on here. I don't think many customers are going to care if a founder got a Forbes 30 under 30. It looks like Upstart 100 is more of that startup list, but typically awards are going to be a signal to investors or people like that. They aren't necessarily going to impact the customers that come here. I will never buy a product because a founder was a 30 under 30 winner. I'm going to buy a product because it's the right fit for me. I would likely just slash this entire section right off the site. I don't think it's useful in any way. These, again, we've talked about. I'd probably do some product mock-ups. And then as featured in, I'm still getting this pop-up. This is one thing that's probably really annoying. I would reset the trigger on this to not happen so frequently because I'm just scrolling the site and it's popped up 4 or 5 times now and it's starting to get annoying. But if I come over here, it's probably because I keep trying to exit the site to the left. As featured by, this is great. And I believe these likely link out, if I had to take a guess. I actually wouldn't have them link out because then I'm going to say, oh, TechCrunch. Actually, that's one that's not linked. Indonesia Forbes. I love them. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click. I'm going to start reading this article, and what is always going to happen, well, let's say it actually clicks into the website, and we'll kind of demo it here. I click. It's under construction, so that's a bad one. We'll do daily social ID. I'm going to click in here. Great, I have this really cool article. I'm reading it. This is fantastic. Oh, here's a related article. Let me click that. Oh, here's another related article. Let me click that. And now all of a sudden, I'm off of Xendit's website, and I'm all over Forbes, and I'm reading about the new economy and startups, or not Forbes, Daily Social, and economy, startups, things like that, and I'm completely off their website here. So the as featured by, I would cut all of the external links pointing out. I would put them somewhere else on the site, and maybe under a press page here. I would just have the logos that showcase that they do have press. So dives a little bit deeper, but that's going to keep a lot of your users, and I guess high level, all this feedback. The goal here is to keep all of the users on the site, quickly inform them, and get them to convert on a direct or a transitional call to action, which they do pretty well here. So that's my high level feedback here for Xendit, just on the homepage of the website. That's one of many pages. The other thing that I wanted to call out as well, as I come to the blog, they do pretty well, and it looks like they're publishing fairly frequently. I'd say 2 a month on average, and it looks like a lot of these are a very wide range of topics. So state of online retails in the Philippines, and then different developer items and Singles Day. So it has a pretty wide range. I don't think this is a bad thing. Actually, I clicked into a couple. Let's click into this. Setting up a forever free e-com site. It's a 3-minute read. These look like actually pretty solid blogs. They did a good job on these. So I think their blogging is quite well. One thing that I haven't really focused on, and we will do a quick live review of this, is how they're actually using this on social. So yeah, it looks like none of the blogs that I'm seeing here, and we'll even go, like, let's say to the latest blog, which was donation drive, supercharge, or provide buy now, pay later options. Doesn't look like they're redistributing any of that content on their socials, which is a huge miss. So I would definitely, say that is an opportunity for them going into the new year here. But that covers a lot of the homepage. In general, I think they do a pretty good job on their site. There's a lot that I would still update in terms of press and things like that and product images. A lot of low-hanging fruit that I think could drive a really big result for them long term. Outside of that, wanted to cover a few other things as well as I dive into their SEO metrics. I filter by 11th through 20th position. These are typically the low-hanging fruit keywords that they can go after with a volume from 11 to 100. And I'll likely go ahead and bump this to 101 to 1,000. It looks like they have 9 keywords that are right outside their grasp. Gcash Philippines, GrabPay Philippines, virtual account. A couple of these I believe were customers or products or, different Gcash payment methods, things like that. So these would definitely be a few that I would pick up in terms, right here, that's 1,390 visitors. They're right outside the strike zone for that. They already have pages on the site. I would just build some more links and maybe potentially add some content there to push that over onto the first page. Platform fee, I'm not sure relates directly in terms of intent. They could get that search, but I don't think it's going to help because this seems very open-ended. And then if I pull this down to 11 to 100, virtual accounts and banking, virtual wedding gift, maybe not. Best online wallet Philippines, that's a great search for them that they already have a page for. So it looks like they're missing out a little bit on these low-hanging fruit keywords. If I filter these back to the top 3, and let's say the volume, again, is going to be that 101 to 1,000. They actually have, I guess, one keyword here, Xendit. But if I click maybe 100, or not 101 to 1,000, we do the one below that, 11 to 100. They're going to have 7, 8 keywords here with a lot of traffic. And then if I just look at their overall site, they get about 118,000 visitors. Really great domain authority score. It looks like they're toying around with some paid traffic. Pretty good backlink profile. It aligns with what I'd want to see with the search traffic. Looks like they dropped a little bit. It could have been a Google update. They're coming back up the ranks, which is good. Branded search trend is increasing, which I don't love. I'd love to keep it down here in the below a third. That way, 2/3 of your search traffic is an asset. It's a non-branded search. So they do overall pretty well. This is one of the better sites I've audited. I think those recommendations around the homepage and the design would really help. I would really recommend redistributing a lot of this content out on social and continue to drive that traffic home. And then potentially just log in and sign up. Maybe think about dropping that login page and just making the core calls to action on the homepage about sign up, sign up, sign up. Then maybe instead of contact us, I would put some type of demo here that if somebody's not quite sold, they just want to see a little bit of the product first. One, they're going to have hopefully product mock-ups down here, but they're going to be able to click this contact us button, which could hypothetically be like a get a demo or see a virtual demo, and somebody could watch a little bit more about the product there. So a lot of opportunities here to probably capture the most revenue from all of these visitors. But all in all, for a site with 118,000 visitors, they do a good job on their site. They clearly do a good job on their content. They're in a pretty good spot, I would say, to continue moving forward. Just adding in some of those recommendations to get them over the hump and really optimize for that last final 20 or 30% of the site.